Hey guys, they say necessity is the mother of invention. So I came across a need to organize the screws and whatnot that come out of laptops as I take them apart. And one method that I had seen people use is you just take little scraps of paper and you just kind of write on the little scraps, and then you wrap the little screws up in the paper. You know, um, that method works okay, but I think a better method would be to use some kind of an organizer. Now, I thought about maybe trying to find a pill organizer. My wife uses one for her mother and our daughter, and they work pretty well. They got a bunch of different little compartments and for different days of the week, day, night, whatever else. So I thought about getting one of those, but I came across something at the dollar store the other day, and it seemed like it would probably work even better because it was actually an organizer. So what I got was this little organizer here, and it has on it. Oh, there we go. So it has 9 spaces, right? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different spaces, and I figured we could, or I could, kind of make this into a little organizer for laptop parts. So I'm kind of thinking along the lines of putting some labels on it. Now, there's a couple different ways we could do this, and one way would be to make labels and affix them to the top here, right? And just kind of, okay, cool, so that's what goes in each slot, and then that way when you go to put it back together, you know, okay, so these screws go to the hard drive. So then you open it up and you grab that and whatever else. Another way would be to just make labels and lay them down in the bottom of the compartments. And that way, if you have a special circumstance where you have different parts, maybe you don't have to remember that the labels and the parts don't necessarily match. So I'm not sure how I want to go about this. So I made it, I'm going to use the labels I printed, and we printed out our labels that we made with Microsoft Word. And we got a variety of size fonts here. Let's see. So we'll have to figure out which ones actually are the appropriate size. So it's pretty obvious from this that the 11 is not going to be quite right. Let me see if I can zoom in on the camera a little bit so we can see better. Yeah, there we go. And so let's see here. The next size up, which I believe is 14, that could work. I do believe we actually have room for the 18. No, maybe the 16. Some of the smaller ones might have issue with getting them on there. And so, oh, I'm not catching this on camera here. Yeah, like I say, some of the smaller compartments might have a little bit of an issue trying to get some of these size fonts on here. So I think we're going to go with the 16 point font there. Okay, so the next thing to do is to cut the labels out. There we go. Let's set that off to the side. Alright, so get our trusty scissors out. Okay, so now we got all our pile of labels here. And so, yeah, as I was explaining earlier, we could, let me zoom back out where you can see the whole picture. Yeah, there we go. So one way we could do it would be to just take the labels and drop them in there, and then that way maybe we can make other labels. So that wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. Let's see. But I think I'd rather just affix them to the top, and that way I don't have to worry about what happened to the labels. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll just do it that way. And I think what we'll do is kind of, let's see here. So let's see. We'll figure out what we'll need to go where. Let's see. Images and screen. I might need. Okay. I figure the perimeter screws are going to be the biggest bunch. They usually are. DVD screw is usually one screw, so that's pretty small. Wi-Fi card is usually one screw. That's going to be small. Let's see. That's some scrap there. Hard drive cover could be several screws, could be one screw. So that could be a little bit bigger. Hinges or screen. Let's see. Motherboard's going to be a bunch of screws. Keyboard will be several screws. Hard drive could be 4 screws, maybe more, counting the carrier. Let's see here. Memory cover, so that's probably medium. Perimeter, keyboard, motherboard. Yeah. So I think that's our order as far as size goes. So let's see here. So our largest compartments need to be motherboard and perimeter, I would think. And so we want that to be kind of like that. And then the perimeter, of course, would be here. So let me see. I've got a glue stick. I used to have one. I do have one. Cool. So like I say, rather than taping them on the outside, I'm going to just glue them under the inside of the lid there. And so let's go ahead and figure this out here. Custom glue stick. So there we have it. 9 compartments labeled for different screws for the laptops when we tear them down. So we won't need to wad up paper or put the screws in a cup and hope for the best. And now we can organize our parts and it's not an issue. Pretty cool. Didn't cost much. 2 pieces of paper, a little bit of ink, some glue stick, and a $1 container bought at the old Dollar Tree. How about that? Alright, well, thanks for watching the video. I hope this helps somebody. Y'all take care.